Hi, welcome back to Ask Ellen. Real questions, real talk, real change. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ellen. I'm a personal coach, and I like to help women get over the bumps and hiccups that come into their lives so that they can just have a happier life. Today we're talking about something that comes up every December. Some people actually talk about it more than others, but it does come up in conversation, and that's resolutions. The big promises, the lists, the goals, all of them, and all the pressure that comes with them. I really don't think that resolutions work, and I'm going to tell you why and show you some steps and some things that maybe you can incorporate in your life so that you can have outcomes that will help you during the next year that don't require you to make a resolution. In this video, I'll be discussing all of this, but I also want to take the time to just pinpoint one resolution that somebody might take so that you can understand the whole process a little bit better. It will help clarify things. And the one example that I'm going to bring up in this video is I'm going to go to the gym more. That's typical. A lot of people decide that they're going to go to the gym. They're going to add that into their repertoire. But let's talk about that with a little bit more detail. Okay, I'm going to go to the gym more. People write it down. They make their list. They feel motivated. And then by February, it's gone. Why? Is it because the gym stopped taking people? No. Is it because you forgot where the gym is? No. Look, resolutions don't fail because people are weak. They fail more so because the whole system is built on the wrong foundation. Let's find out what that right foundation is. Let's start with this. Resolutions are born from pressure, not desire. Society tells you a new year, a new you. Every ad is about weight loss or organization or becoming the perfected version of yourself. The message underneath all this is that you're just not good enough. Is that really how you should be starting something? Already knowing that you're a failure? Doesn't sound right, does it? You feel like you have to fix something, change something, become something, improve something. Not because you want to, but because you think you should. Let's go to my example of going to the gym more. You see people posting that they're going to the gym, they're feeling stronger, they're feeling great, they're becoming a new them. And you start thinking, well, I want to go to the gym more now too. But are you doing it because you're comparing yourself to someone else? That's not the right foundation. Are you doing it because of that outside pressure or because it's something that you truly want to do? If you're doing this or doing your change because of outside pressure and not the truth and honesty that's coming from inside, you're bound to fail. And by February, it will be gone. Most resolutions are basically pressure wrapped around in a sentence. Be healthier, be happier, get your life together, start doing this, start doing that. Using the example, and you say, I'm going to go to the gym more. It sounds like a plan, right? Sure. But what does it actually mean? What is your brain hearing when you say, I want to go to the gym more? More compared to what? How often? How long are you going to go? At what time are you going to go? What kind of exercise are you talking about? Are you just going to drive to the gym and drive home? We need clarity. We need something to focus on. We need something there for our brain to actually work on. When it's vague or overwhelming, your brain doesn't know what to do with that. And because your brain doesn't know what to do with more, you show up for a few days, you start getting overwhelmed. Eventually you'll stop because you didn't have a plan set in place. This isn't failure, it's just a lack of direction. So with this lack of direction, lack of clarity, this too big or too vague type of statement, your brain doesn't know what to do. So this resolution probably won't work. So let's talk about what nobody else talks about. You don't change because it's January. You don't change because you said, hey, here's my resolution for 2026 or whatever year later. You change when something inside you just clicks. When you're tired of the excuses. When the part of you inside you just says, I'm done with this. Let's go to the example again. I know I keep repeating myself. Let's go to the example. But let's go to the example about I want to go to the gym more. The change in you that might be shifting is you'll say, I want to feel stronger. I'm tired of feeling sluggish. I miss the way I used to feel in my body. That internal shift is what creates follow through, not a date on a calendar. So if you wrote, go to the gym more, but you don't have that readiness, well then it's not going to stick because your heart isn't in it. It's just something that you said. There's no click that makes you or helps you to move on. And look, it's okay if January 1st shows up and you're not ready. You need to be ready to make the changes that you want in your life. And they have to be your choices, your time. And this click, the readiness, might be in March. It might be some random Tuesday. You might be doing the dishes one day and you say, that's it. I don't want this anymore. That's when the real change happens, is when you have your heart ready, your mind ready, and all of a sudden things just click. This is a big one. Resolutions say, I will behave differently. But your identity, that voice in your head, says, I'm this kind of person. The identity always wins. Resolutions win when the resolution and the identity match, or are at least as close as can be. If you still believe that you're undisciplined, you're not good enough, you're someone who always quits, that's the identity that will win. That's the behavior that your body will match to the identity that you've put in yourself. So that resolution, if you're still believing that you can't do it, the resolution will not work because you're not there yet. Your identity hasn't matched what you want. So you need to change that identity. How do you do that? Okay, now back to the example. If your identity is one of somebody that doesn't go to the gym often, you know this, and that's why you're saying you want to go more. But if you truly believe you're somebody that doesn't go all the time, they don't match. So you need to change the perception or how you feel about yourself regarding the gym. These can be little changes, little thoughts, but they start to change the narrative that's going on in your head. So maybe before you start saying, I'm going to go to the gym more, you say, I'm somebody who moves a little more every day. Or I add regular movement to support my body. Or I enjoy going to the gym. Even just saying these few things starts to change the identity of who you are. Once you're able to actually believe this, that you go to the gym more or that you move your body a little more every day, it becomes natural for you so that you don't have to keep repeating it, and that becomes the new identity. Now you're getting an identity that's closer to the I want to go to the gym more. This can happen as quickly as 1 or 2 times just changing the way you think, or it might take a little longer. This isn't a contest. It's you. Be kind to yourself. You can do this, one step at a time. Okay, so let's start talking about some steps that we can implement to make the idea of change and resolutions worthwhile for you. Step 1, choose just one area of your life to focus on. If getting healthier is your goal, don't add in things like declutter your house and start a side hustle, drink a gallon of water every day, meditate daily. That's a lot of different things going on, and clarity, focus helps the brain help you. So just choose one. One focus might be, I want to feel stronger. That alone will help guide you to the right gym that you need to go to. The second step is you need to ask yourself, what feels true for me right now? Do you actually want to go to the gym? If here you are saying, I'm going to go to the gym more, but you don't actually want to go to the gym, do you think that's going to work? Do you prefer walking, strength training? Do you like being at home instead? Do you like a dance class? What feels aligned with you? What is the truth in all of this? Because if the truth is, I hate the gym, or I hate the gym environment, well, saying that you're going to go to the gym more is not going to change that. And eventually, you're going to stop going again. Honesty leads to consistency. Step 3, start with the smallest shift possible. Seems easy, right? But a lot of times people dive in and they do so much and it wears them out. So instead of maybe going to the gym 5 days a week, start smaller than that and say, I'm going to move my body 5 minutes extra every day or 5 minutes a day. That's a tangible, reachable goal. And that goal, done over and over, creates more consistency. Step 4, change your environment, not your willpower. So if going to the gym is the goal, maybe you can do a few things that will help you along the way. Lay out your clothes. Pack a bag the night before. Maybe you can choose a gym that's close to you so that you know you can get there. Pick a time that makes sense for you and choose workouts that you actually enjoy doing. When you change the environment, when those environmental changes happen, it makes everything so much easier for you. You don't need more discipline. You need fewer barriers. The 5th step is that you want to focus on your identity, not perfection. So instead of obsessing about going more, instead ask yourself, who are you becoming? I'm becoming someone who prioritizes health. I'm becoming someone who keeps small promises to myself. Those type of changes, those thought processes will definitely help. Identity change helps your behavior change. And the 6th step, And this step is really important. Give yourself permission to pivot. If the gym isn't working for you, you're allowed to pivot. Maybe you'd rather walk or do yoga. Maybe you'd like to lift weights at home. Find the movement or find the activity that creates the joy. Because the joy is the part that you're going to connect with. And that's the part that will keep you doing the thing that you want to do. So maybe going to the gym more ends up not being the real thing that you want to do because your identity is just to be healthier. As long as you're still aligning yourself with that identity, then you're okay and everything will stay on track. Resolutions fail because they're built on pressure and vagueness and unrealistic expectations. They're built on perfection instead of honesty. They're usually built from somebody else, not from yourself. If you write down, go to the gym more, but you're doing it because of it's something that you should do, and there's no deeper clarity or alignment within you, that resolution just won't work. It's bound to collapse. Real change doesn't come from forcing yourself into a new habit. It comes from honestly becoming that person who has that habit. Doing the things naturally that create you to be that new person. When you choose to shift because it feels true to you and not because it's the first day of the year, that's when you'll actually have that follow through that you need to make that commitment to yourself and the changes that you want to make. So instead of a resolution this year, try this. Choose one small, honest shift that feels true to you for where you are right now. Maybe it's just something simple, like I'm becoming the person who walks around their house every day. Maybe instead of saying, I want to go to the gym more, you say, I'm becoming the person that moves 10 extra steps every day. That's powerful. It's something specific, it's something attainable, and it's something that you can do. The more times you prove to yourself that you can do something, the easier it is to add different things to change to make your life a little bit better, happier, and more fulfilling for yourself. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to have you tell me the changes that you're planning to do this next year. What small shift are you going to make this year? What feels honest to you? What feels aligned? Share it in the comments below. I thank you for joining me today, talking about resolutions and why I think they just don't work. Let's start something new. Instead of resolutions, let's make honest changes within ourselves. This is Ask Ellen. Real questions, real talk, real change. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.